The personal lives of professional golfers usually do not interfere with their professional careers. No matter your personality, as long as you're good on the greens, you'll make it far. However, when drastic events shift a person's entire life trajectory, it's almost certain that their career is going to be affected. This is exactly what happened with Angel Cabrera, a two-time major champion who was convicted and sent to jail in 2021. Today on Good Bogey Golf, we'll be talking about what happened with Angel Cabrera, his past, and how he was recently reinstated to the PGA after his prison sentence. We'll also discuss his records as a player and why his return is important to the playing field. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Angel Leopoldo Cabrera is a professional Argentinian golfer who played for both the European Tour and the PGA Tour. He has won two major championships, one being the 2007 US Open and the other being the 2009 Masters Tournament. His wins are lauded because he was the first South American to win both the US Open and the Masters up to that point. But after 2009, his career began taking a downturn. While he had several opportunities to win another major all the way up until 2015, he ultimately came up short on all of them. With only one win at the Greenbrier Classic in West Virginia on the 6th of July 2014, his PGA Tour ranking began sinking. In fact, Cabrera finished in the top 25 only twice and wound up 170th on the PGA Tour's money list. But golf wasn't the only thing taking a wrong turn. In a shocking turn of events in January 2021, Cabrera was convicted of several felonies that would send him to jail for the next 2.5 years. He stood trial on charges of assault, theft, illegal intimidation, and repeated disrespect to authorities. The first accusations came from his former girlfriend, Cecilia Torres Mana, but several others would follow from previous partners, indicating a man prone to violence and harassment. Cabrera tried to evade the Argentine police by moving to Brazil, but he was eventually extradited back to Argentina and found guilty of assault against Torres Mana during the time that they were together from 2016 to 2018, and began serving a 2-year sentence immediately after the verdict. 18 months of his sentence were spent in Argentina's infamous Cárcel de Bur, dubbed El Penal de Infierno, the prison of hell, notorious for holding dangerous criminals. And Cabrera's initial sentence was for 2 years, which would have resulted in him being let out at the beginning of 2023. However, in November of 2022, Cabrera's prison term was extended after he was once again convicted of another assault, this time against his ex-girlfriend Michaela Escudero. This resulted in his prison term being extended for another 6 months, resulting in his release date being finalized to August 4th, 2023. He served this 6-month sentence in Monte Cristo prison and was finally let out on August 4th, 2023. Shortly after being released, the 53-year-old initially gave no interviews, had no press conference, and released only one statement saying, "I just want to go home, be with my family, and start a new phase of my life." But it didn't take long for the ex-pro golfer to express his regret and guilt for his past actions. In his words, Cabrera said, "I made serious mistakes. I refused to listen to anyone and did what I wanted, how I wanted, and when I wanted. And that was wrong. I asked Michaela for forgiveness. I asked Celia for forgiveness. They had the bad luck of being with me when I was at my worst. I wasn't the devil, but I did bad things." Cabrera also addressed his supporters as well as golf as a whole, saying, "I'm deeply embarrassed because I disappointed the people closest to me and everyone who loves me through golf. Golf gave me everything, and I know I'll never be able to repay the debt I owe this sport." Soon after these interviews, his manager revealed that Cabrera had been struggling with alcohol addiction throughout his entire career. This, coupled with his decreased performance over the years on the PGA Tour, likely contributed to the outbursts and the violence that eventually led to his prison sentence. Now, after being released, Cabrera's longtime coach, Charlie Epps, claims that Cabrera is serious about turning his life around. When asked about the situation, Cabrera responded, "I've made serious mistakes, but I've also paid my debts. I'm going to work as hard as I can to clean up my image. I want to recover the stature I had as an athlete. Golf is everything to me. It's my life. I have to continue." It's undeniable that what Cabrera did was worthy of his imprisonment and sanctions in golf tours. Still, it's also clear how good Cabrera was at the peak of his career, so it was only a matter of time before Cabrera tried making a return to the PGA Tour. In a shocking announcement on December 18th, 2023, Cabrera was cleared to return to the PGA Tour sanctioned events. Although the details of his suspension have not been disclosed by the tour yet, the signs are hopeful for Cabrera. Cabrera was notified that his suspension had been lifted through a letter from PGA Senior Vice President Andy Levinson. While Cabrera has been cleared to return to tour, it is not yet confirmed whether or not Cabrera will be allowed to participate in the first major of 2024 in April. Additionally, his notice stated that failure to comply with the terms of your release from prison or any additional information regarding your legal situation in Argentina may result in the immediate reinstatement of your suspension. During the time between his release and his clearance to return to the PGA, Cabrera played and finished 10th at the Abierto del Littoral in Rosario, in a fixture on the PGA Tour Latin America Developmental Series. Cabrera claims that being back on the golf course feels like a rebirth and hopes to return to the Masters, which he won in 2009 and finished second place in 2013. Cabrera's return to the field is as controversial as it is exciting for many. South Americans, especially Argentinians, rally behind his success. On the other hand, many question whether or not a past filled with domestic violence and several years spent in prison should lead to an indefinite suspension from the PGA Tour. While the answer is not clear, it seems Cabrera turned the page and acknowledged his past acts deserved imprisonment. Giving a man a second chance, especially one who has given golf so much in the past 2 decades, only seems appropriate. Before his major championship wins, Cabrera already had quite the list of achievements down his belt. In his early professional years, Cabrera won the 2001 Argentine Open, the 2002 Benson & Hedges International Open, and the 2005 BMW Championship, which was considered the most prestigious event on the European Tour outside the majors and the World Golf Championships. Cabrera's highest ranking on the official World Golf Ranking was 9th, which he set in October of 2005. In total, Cabrera has won 7 main tours around the world, with his last one being the Greenbrier Classic in 2014. Cabrera is remembered by golfing fanatics for holding off Tiger Woods and Jim Furyk to win the US Open during his first ever major tournament. With over 53 professional wins, Cabrera is no doubt a player capable of beating the best in the field. So, what's next for Cabrera? It's still up in the air whether Cabrera will be allowed to play for the upcoming majors, as the details of his suspension have not been disclosed to the public. For now, we can expect that Cabrera will start joining more tours once again, both in America and possibly Europe. Asian tours are also not out of the question since Cabrera has also won the Barclays Singapore Open in 2007. It's hard to predict what Cabrera's career trajectory will be like, as it's more of a time will tell situation. But what we do know is that we'll see Cabrera in the field back again. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, check out our other videos. And that's another round of Good Bogey Golf. Golf for busy people, where we've got your back, keeping you in the loop no matter how tight your schedule is. Don't forget to swing that like button, share this video with your fellow golf enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for your quick and easy golf updates. Remember, time may be short, but the game is long. Stay ahead of the curve with Good Bogey Golf. Thanks for watching, keep your eye on the ball, and we'll see you next time.